The main character, Amelia, wakes up disgruntled on her birthday at the beginning of the film. She finds it annoying that she's getting older and that 40 years old. After college, she assumed life would be cool, but that wasn't what she wanted. She works at a store, still resides in her childhood home, and doesn't have any close pals. Her supervisor's statement that she is underperforming and will be replaced makes matters worse. Amelia becomes enraged by this and quits her job without warning. After that, she visits a nearby tavern to forget her problems. Another woman enters to pick up a large quantity of pizzas for a party while she is chatting with the bartender. Turns out it's her birthday too. She's Fiona, Amelia's childhood best friend from back when they were little. They had been best friends for a long time, but something caused them to drift apart. These days, Fiona is a well-liked and well-known vocalist. After an awkward conversation between the two pals, Fiona departs from the location. It is revealed that, although they used to celebrate their birthdays together, they gradually drifted apart after reaching their 20s. After that, Amelia recalls that on her 13th birthday, she and Fiona buried a box with their desires written on it, with the intention of opening it together when they were 18. However, they had already started to drift apart by then. With time on her hands and a depressed mood, Amelia sets out to locate the box. After heading to the hills, she locates it and removes the paper wishes. Her personal goal was to live a moral life. She then picks up Fiona's wish, but as she's about to travel through it, it flies away. Amelia follows the paper, only to find herself in the middle of a road as she is ready to read it. She appears to be killed when a truck strikes her out of nowhere. To everyone's surprise, however, Amelia returns to her parents' home on her 18th birthday when she wakes up. She's taken aback to hear her parents singing and celebrating her birthday, as if by magic. Even more perplexing is the fact that she appears unchanged while everyone else is still much younger. Everything around her, including the music, the internet, and even the literature, is the same as it was when she turned 18 in 2002. Soon later, MOA, Amelia's good friend, arrives at her house, and the two of them go to school. She meets Max, her youthful boyfriend, there. Though Amelia is still unclear if she is dreaming or waking, what she is saying appears to be perplexing to both MOA and Max. Amelia perceives herself as her original 18-year-old self, unlike everyone else. Her statements strike them as a little odd because of how abruptly mature she sounded. Amelia and MOA will later have to give a presentation about Hinduism and its principles. Amelia wonders if MOA's lecture to the class on the idea of life as a cycle with rebirths and opportunities for a fresh start has anything to do with her current circumstances. They go to theatre class where a play is being presented after their presentation. When a young Fiona steps onto the stage to begin singing, everyone abruptly departs. Because of her unique appearance and way of living, Fiona appears to be disregarded by the majority of her peers. Amelia feels lonely since, like everyone else, she leaves the class without paying much attention to Fiona's performance. MOA invites Amelia to her house for a lavish birthday celebration that she has planned after school. The party offers food, beverages, and a vibrant atmosphere, everything an 18-year-old could ask for. Amelia discovers Fiona has also arrived at the party with a few pals while she is there. She wants to speak with Fiona, but Max, her boyfriend, keeps getting in the way. Amelia participates in talk about Fiona, the oddball girl in the class, in an effort to blend in with her peers. Subsequently, it is revealed that Amelia's abrupt transformation in look is what made her popular with her peers. As a result, she started to distance herself from Fiona and joined a new social group. Fiona, on the other hand, stayed the same and underwent no change. Even though Fiona and Amelia no longer seem to be connected, Fiona still wants to be friends. Amelia returns to the birthday celebration and begins to experience the moment, because this is what she has always wanted. Following some time spent dancing, she and Max start dating. After that, they go to the bedroom and get close. The following scene shows Amelia abruptly realizing the fresh opportunities presented by turning 18 again and living out her history. She thought she would never settle down and have a family with Max, but now that she's 40 years old and has neither friends nor a partner, she actually enjoys spending time with him. Amelia is both fascinated and frustrated by the recurrence of her 18th birthday as she becomes imprisoned in this enigmatic time loop. She is prompted to consider the decisions and experiences that have molded her life by the cyclical nature of her experiences. The split from 18-year-old Max marks a turning point in her life of time travel. Her fresh sense of youthful optimism is sharply contrasted with the reality of Max's rejection, despite her best efforts to reconstruct a more satisfying and optimistic story. This emotional blow turns into a major element in Amelia's investigation into the origins of her time dilemma. Amelia becomes more thoughtful as she spends the night by herself, burying her sorrows in silence. Her mental state deteriorates as a result of the routine of waking up to the same day, and her pleasure at going back in time gradually wanes. The repetition of her 18th birthday puts her in the uncomfortable position of having to consider the implications of trying to change her life's path. as well as the importance of the choices she makes. The unexpected shock that comes with every awakening adds to the bizarreness of Amelia's circumstances. A developing sense of disorientation is exacerbated by the unchanging environment of her room, her parents' house, and the date of her 18th birthday. Amelia struggles with the consequences of her temporal entrapment with every repetition, frantically looking for hints or answers to end the cycle. Amelia's will to discover a way out grows stronger as the days pass, one after the other. She starts to realize more and more that she is the only one who can still remember the past loops. Her desire for knowledge is fueled by this distinct viewpoint, which forces her to take unexpected detours in her attempt to solve the puzzle of what is binding her to this strange time loop. The MOA doesn't believe her when she attempts to tell everything to him one day. Amelia met Fiona when she was a youngster, and ever since then, she has suspected that she is somehow connected in this time loop. During one of the school's student programs, Amelia once approaches Fiona and asks for assistance. Unlike her other buddies, Fiona does not ignore her fears, and instead compares Amelia's life to the plot of the movie Groundhog Day, where the protagonist continues waking up on the same day, just like Amelia. So that evening, rather of attending her birthday celebration, Amelia visits the video store owned by Fiona's family. She has to wait outside till Fiona gets home because, regrettably, it is closed. After that, Fiona lets her inside, and the two of them watch Groundhog Day. At last, Amelia understands that in order to break free from the time loop, she needs to change for the better. However, she subsequently makes the mistake of assuming that she has to be kind to MOA and Max. Amelia's efforts to alter the course of events grow increasingly intricate and intensely personal as she continues to navigate the cyclical experience of turning 18. Once the day starts over, Amelia resolves to put more effort into mending her connections because she has learned from her past mistakes. In an attempt to improve her friendship with MOA, she devolves herself into learning about Hinduism, in the hopes that a closer bond may change the nature of their relationship. Amelia works with him on the presentation, and she gives it her all to do well. However, her social dynamics do not change significantly as a result of her intellectual accomplishment. Amelia hears MOA chatting with Max about her, even though they seem to be doing well in the classroom. The complexity of interpersonal interactions extends beyond academic success, as this finding soberingly reminds us. Amelia decides to break off her relationship with MOA and Max consciously, seeing that they won't last past high school and possibly saving herself more emotional pain down the road. Amelia turns her attention to the crucial friendship with Fiona, after realizing that her attempts to make friends with MOA and Max did not end the time loop. She understands that the only way out of the vicious loop is for them to rebuild their friendship. Recognizing that this will not be an easy feat, Amelia shows her resolve to make amends by approaching Fiona at another birthday celebration. During their high school years, Amelia broke off all communication with Fiona, but in a vulnerable moment she apologized sincerely. In an attempt to break free of the time loop, she offers them a second chance at friendship, realizing how crucial their relationship is to the overall plan. Yet Fiona responds in a conflicted manner, holding grudges and feelings of desertion from the past. For Amelia, Fiona's early resistance to renewing their friendship is a big obstacle. The rejection is a painful reminder of the repercussions of previous deeds and how they continue to affect relationships. Amelia is forced to confront the unpleasant truth that her attempts at atonement are met with hostility when Fiona turns down the invitation. Amelia's quest takes on an additional dimension due to the emotional impact of Fiona's rejection. It turns into a test of her tenacity and fortitude, driving her to look into other options for healing the damaged relationship. The difficulty of escaping the time entanglement is highlighted by her knowledge that she needs to face and make amends for her past transgressions. Amelia comes home that evening even more depressed, to the consolation of her parents, who explain that reaching 18 is also a scary thing because so many people are confused and anxious about their age. This viewpoint may be the reason why Amelia is more driven to patch up her friendship with Fiona. Amelia rushes to school and slides into the theatre class the following day when she wakes up and the clock is once again set to her 18th birthday. She makes all the other kids stay and listen to Fiona when she is singing there by standing up for her. Fiona then plays an emotive song, evidently devoted to Amelia. Following the play, our heroine goes up to Fiona once again, expresses her regret, and suggests that because it is their 18th birthday, they should go uncover the old box they buried. Fiona has become more receptive, but she is still unwilling to accept the proposal, so Amelia is on her own. She finds the box in the foothills and opens it to find her first wish, to be a decent person. Then, as our heroine is about to grant Fiona's desire, she finds herself at the foothills and makes a hasty attempt to stop Amelia from reading it. However, Amelia finally finds out what her best friend wanted, and it turns out that Fiona had wished Amelia would fall in love with her when they were 18. This suggests that Fiona harbored love feelings for Amelia, in addition to considering her to be her best friend. Before Amelia can reply, Fiona is already running away, and when the latter rushes after her, she ends up back in the middle of the road, exactly how she was at the beginning of the film. The second time a blue truck hits Amelia, it knocks her unconscious. Amelia is mysteriously carried back to her present timeline upon waking up, where she has been struck by a truck while driving and is 40 years old. Though it looked like the truck hit her quite forcefully, she is largely unharmed and only has minor scratches, which is even more startling than the time change. When the truck driver gets out of the car, we see that Max is an adult. They are clearly happy to be together again after spending so much time away. Amelia then asks Max for a ride and speaks up about everything, determined to make amends with Fiona in the here and now. When Max asks how Amelia feels about Fiona, she smiles and says that she's either happy being Fiona's partner or just happy to be loved. After some time, Fiona is enjoying her 40th birthday at her opulent home when Amelia gets there. Amelia regretfully sees Fiona with another woman who is holding a child. Amelia feels bad because she thinks Fiona has moved on and that the lady is her partner and their child. Now that her greatest goal has come to an end, she goes back to her previous employment at the clothes store and apologizes to her manager. Thankfully, she regains her job, before returning to the hill where Fiona and Amelia buried their wishes. Amelia also spends some time with her parents. She gets the same box and reads Fiona's request once more, mentioning that she wished for Amelia's affection. Our heroine is devastated by this and wonders how things may have turned out differently. It surprises her when Fiona shows there and takes a seat next to her as she gets ready to go. Despite her shock, Amelia quickly gets over it, apologizes to Fiona, and says she wants to spend the rest of her life with her. The latter replies that Fiona is not married, claiming the woman from the party was her cousin and the child was hers. Then she says that she wants Amelia back in her life. As the film comes to a close, the two friends have reconciled and pledged to maintain their friendship. We really hope you enjoyed today's recap of One More Time. Please leave a comment below of what you loved about the movie and why. Be sure to like the video and please don't forget to support our channel by subscribing so you don't miss any amazing content. Until next time, lights, camera, action. We look forward to seeing you in our next video.